Hey, grace and peace, everyone. This is Charles here with another Midweek Recharge. And this week, I want to talk to you about false sense of security. Um, I think there are times where we as humans seek safety, seek security, kind of in the comfort of others, right? And this idea that if I don't stand out, if I don't call a lot of attention to myself, I can kind of blend in. I'm safe. I'm like everyone else. And I think about that logic and that reasoning when I think about sort of nuclear proliferation and nuclear arms race, and given where we are as a world and what's happening with our country and the war in Iran, and sort of the idea of stopping them from developing, a real kind of nuclear arms program. At least that's one of the motivations that's being vocalized. There is this idea from Iran's perspective, and even if I think we go back to the mid 19th century when all this started, there was this idea that if Russia has nuclear weapons, but we have nuclear weapons, then we'll be safe. And China looks at the US and Russia and says, well, if they've got nuclear weapons, then we have nuclear weapons so that we can be safe. And then Pakistan and India and Britain and North Korea looks at these, and now everyone needs nuclear weapons in order for everyone to feel safe. And it was the same mistake that Israel had made when they were living in the time of judges that God had appointed. They looked around at the other nations, and the other nations had kings, and they felt like if they were going to truly be safe, they needed a king. And so Israel rejects God as their king, even though Israel was always supposed to stick out, right? That was the point of the nation of Israel. That was the point that God made, the covenant that God made with Abraham, is that your heritage, your legacy is going to be the family through which I bless the whole world. That as long as they honor me as their God, they will be my people and the whole world will be blessed. But Israel rejects God because they want to feel safe. They want to be like everyone else. My challenge to you this week is to not lull yourself into a false sense of safety. That true safety is found in a relationship with God. Seek God first, and everything else will be added. Let that be your recharge.